Hello everyone, Simon here from myforexmagicwave.com, making this a small video as a weekly recap. So let's get started. Week started on the 12th, Sunday evening. This is the pound Aussie trade, and the entry was on the last Friday, and I ended up closing when the Sunday opened up, and then it dropped here, nice and clean. And there was for 140 pip, and this is a 20-minute chart, by the way. Okay, so now let's go take a look. The next day was 13th, Monday. Was only one trade, nothing happens. Volume was very low, and the setting, the setups were getting set up, and not really any chance to trade. But anyway, this is the only one that I had on the 13th. With the 14th, then everything start, got together. Now here, see, this is the entry is on the 13th, but it did move until 14th. So that's why, another way, that I don't have anything to show on 13th because I was just making an entries, but the price did move much, so I had to hold until the next day. A lot of trades, and then 14 is the one that you will see a lot of them, but most of the entries were on 13th. So EURAUD 7-minute on the 14th, I closed, right? And then similarly pound NZD, this was the entry also was on 14th, and was a very nice buy trade here. See, all of my trades buy, and the SL move to break even plus, safe and sound, and travel. So this is on the 14th, and then this is pound CAD. Notice that I made a last video I made about adding a filter to this strategy, and made another new EA, expert advisor, for the alarm, right? And the conditions and all that I explained in that video. And notice that all of these trades were taken by that by that alarm, with the help of that alarm, and it's amazing that they're all like that, except the first one. If you notice that yellow is always above the yellow. See, this yellow is below the red line, so that's according to that. Here yellow is nicely above. It was below the red line, and then it went above it. This was an entry, this was an entry, this was an entry, and this is an entry, right? Then here you can see EURAUD. Again, yellow is above the red line. It was below here, but then it went up. This was an entry, it was taken out. I made an entry here and sit on a break even, came back, took me out right here, and then I got in again for this thing, right? So you notice that all of them, see, this one again, it was below here, but the red line goes up, right? And these were the entries, and this is the one that I took, and it went up. I think I took this one as well. But the beauty of this system is that even if you take this one and it goes up here and you sit on a break even, it comes back, it take you out, then you get a chance to get in again right after that, and then again and again and again. So as soon as as long as the price moves in that direction, you get several entries. So on the 14th here, the entry was on the 14th as well. This one, right? I just showed you. And then pound CAD is the same thing. It was below here, went up, and then came back down here. The yellow went below the black, but it's still above the red. And since all the pound pair were going up, so I said, well, this thing is gonna go up again. And this daily open line always works. Not always, but most of the time, it acts as a SNR level. So it was nicely bouncing from here, and here we go, right? And the entry was on the 14th as well. This is the one again, entry was on the 14th. Notice that the yellow was below here, we were bearish, and then all of a sudden something happened, the news, right? And then it goes up, and the yellow is above the red line, and then nice and clean. Here was the entry, this was an entry, this was an entry, and this was a beautiful entry as well, right? All the way to the 88.61 level. And the entry was on the 14th here. This is the one, pound yen again, entry was on the 14th. Bearish here, bullish here, and then it dropped, right? I made a bullish entry here. I was testing it, and then I was taking actually the trades both sides, just to see that even if someone do scalping based on this, in a volume time, how it will work. So still very nice. So this was an entry that there was a trade, and then this is the one. But this one, like, I lost 5 pip here, then it dropped here, and then it went down here, and I says, nah, it's gonna go up, and then it went up above. Yellow is above the red line, and then look, very nice and clean entry here, and then boom, all the way goes up, right? And here USD franc is the one that I just took it, my old style. Yellow just got below the black, but it's still above the red, but I just took it anyway because this is the one that, this pair that I usually do not trade at all. You guys know that, but it was a nice setup. There was another reason for that, so I just said, let me take that anyway. But it was the entry. Remember that this is the last week. Actually, this was an entry here, was last Friday as well, before I made that indicator over the weekend, right? That alarm here. So I took that one before that, so that's okay, right? Now this one you can see this is also I explained this one that in my last webinar, that the reason I took it because it was a harmonic pattern girdle in place, and we were bouncing from there, right? And then the bounce and the higher low. So this is, like I said again, trading harmonic pattern. So different rules apply. So even though yellow did not go up all the way above the red, I took it anyway as long as this yellow is above the black one, right? So these are the different things I teach in my webinar. Once somebody subscribe, you will learn all of that. All right, and different things. Whoops, what was that? All right. So now this one here, Aussie Newsy on the 14th. You can see here this one is on the, again, same thing. This pair moves very slow and very short daily range. But anyway, it was entry the last Friday. See, it's on the 10th, and then it was just dragging and dragging and dragging. And I says, you know what? Just keep, let it go, and then sit on a break even see. And finally here, I says, enough is enough. Close the damn thing and move on. So Aussie Newsy. And then again here you can see Euro Aussie. This is the entry on the 15th. 14 just ended, and then the day was starting, and then notice that how nice and clean it was, very share, and then all of a sudden big move to the upside because of the news, and then another move, and I got first long setup. Yellow is above the black, yellow is above, just gotten above the red. Beautiful entry here, and it goes all the way to the upside too. This area 6188, so very nice, beautiful level there, right? So Euro Yen here, this is on, again, it's the same way. Yen was on the move, it was getting weaker actually. I'll show you at the end. So the 14 ended, 15 starting, and then the day started the 15th, and this was, I said, well, the yen is getting weaker, then all yen pair gonna go up. I made the chart, and I'll show you at the end of this video about the yen. So it went up all the way here, right? Nice clean trade on the 15th. And pound yen again, this is the one that you on the 15th, the entry is on the 15th, and it, this pair moves big and fast, and so it's from 15 to 16. This is what it is. So I closed it on 16. Entry was on 15, but that didn't close, and it was wobbling here again. This drop, and then went up all the way here. So this is on the 16 I closed, right? And then another one, Aussie yen. See, notice all yen pair going up, and I'll show you why at the end. So this one also, again, it was as it is bullish powerfully, and then it dipped 20 minute nice long setup, and then it went up, and then gave me another beautiful long setup here on from 7-minute chart, and it's going up, right? The strategy, the new indicator that the alarm I made, it is for to use in between 33 and 7-minute combos. So that's why you will see most of my trades, 90% of my trade are from 7-minute based on my 33-minute, and the alarm is giving the way. Now again, pound USD, the same thing, the harmonic pattern going to the upside, girdle pattern, keep going up, bouncing and going up, bouncing. So it became bullish here, right? According to my new the alarm here, and then the yellow is above the red. This is the entry, this is the entry, this is the one I took here. I closed again, it's dropped, and then I took it right here. It's my long buy, and then I sell. I moved the SL later on. Above the SL is a little bit below that right now. You see that? This is how I do it. You know, when it moves a little bit above my, and then I move my SL to, you know, maybe 5-6 pip risk. And when it goes a little bit more to the upside, then I'll come and sit on a break even, right? So, you know, give it a little room. Then on the 16th, I closed this one as well, which is pound CAD. Again, nice traveling, bullish, 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 bullish. Yellow is above the red line, right? Nice and clean. All of these were entry. This was an entry. This was an entry. This was an entry. So I took this one finally, and it went up all the way. See, this is my entry here. As I moved to break even, and went up here, hitting this. I think it's R2 or R1. I closed the trade. So on the 16th. And here's another 16. Again, you see how many yen pair, and everything single thing is long, right? Long, long, long. So CAD yen again, another one. This was, I showed you earlier that this was my trade. It retraced here, and then again long, right? I'll show you why I took all these long. Pound yen again. Well, this is on the 17th. So this was the history here, right? On the 16th. This is the news. This is the news came out yesterday, Friday early in the morning at 4:30, and there was a bad number for pound, negative number, and boom, it dropped. It's a beautiful, nice, beautiful trade. This is the entry, but the yellow was not below the red line, so I said, I'm going to wait and see what happens, and then yellow came below the red line, nice and clean. My alarm started beeping, and here's the entry, and straight down to this level 43.20. You know, all of you where this number is. And then there was another one, pound CAD, the same thing. See this nice and clean, this yellow line, it came below the red line, and then gave me the setup, and I took it, and look what happened to this one, right? This is how beautiful this system is. And pound CAD again, it was here bearish, you know, went up nice and clean. I didn't take this one, and then later on, beautiful entry here and drop, right? So these are the trade, almost like 20, not almost, exactly 20 trades, and then of course maybe 5 to 7 SL. I don't know how many SL hit, right? But the SL, when the SL hit, either it is on the break even or maybe 5-6 pip loss, which is nothing. You can always recover that, right? And it has been recovered, all of those. You know, right after the that, you know, hitting the SL, then you get the next entry, and you make. Now all the yen pairs I was taking long, right? So what was the reason? The reason was, let me show you this chart. This is the chart I made, is on the 8th January, right? And it says that this is the way, you know, we're gonna be going. This is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then wave 5. We will go up here into this area, and then what will happen? Yen will get weaker, sending all yen pairs to the upside. And then finally what happened to this chart is, let me see if I have it here. Next one, here we go, and here we go. This is what happened to this chart as of yesterday. I mean 17th. I mean not yesterday, today, right? So I save this chart, and then I know where the heck is this thing is going next, right? And it's gonna be dropping, and all yen pair is gonna drop. I already made the chart, excuse me, and send out to my subscribers. So if you want to know what the yen pair, see, look, from here to here went up, and I had like 8 to 10 yen trades, and I said it that they all gonna go up, didn't I? Where the heck the chart is? Here we go, right? I said it. I mean, way before, you know, it's 8, and I'm taking the entries on the 14th, 15th, and 16th, and 17th, right? That's what it is. Finally, the, you know, pound yen, I got this short on 17 because it already hit this area and start dropping. So as soon as this thing is gonna start dropping, all yen pair, remember, all yen pair gonna drop, no matter what. Yen is powerful. Okay, when yen move, regardless what the other currency, even if the other currency is getting strong, and if yen is getting strong, yen will prevail. Yen is very, very strong in movement. It has the effect of yen index is much bigger than the other indexes, other currencies. So when it moves a little bit, you will see a big difference in the pairs. So it start dropping. It only dropped from here to here so far, right? And then you saw my trade. I mean, let me see which one this. The last one on the 17th. See this yen? The news came out with about for the pound, and then pound got weaker as well as yen is making a turn. So all yen pair gonna drop, and they will be dropping, long distance actually. So I made the chart already. So if you want to, get the chart and know what's happening with this, and then get this strategy. I mean, this strategy, it's right in front of you. The system, and the alarm is working very, very nicely and beautifully. So yeah, go on my website and then subscribe. It's now tonight is what, Friday night, right? You have Saturday and Sunday, so get on to it and then get the system, set up your charts, right? And I'll help you setting up the charts. If you're having difficulty, I'll get on the Skype and help you out. And then from there, just take it from there and then start learning. Of course, yeah, there is a little bit of learning, some videos to watch. But once you learn, I mean, this becomes piece of cake. Okay, so this is it, and then I showed you the yen charts as well, and the chart that I really I'm not gonna say it now here, but maybe I'll make another separate video about the yen index and what it's about to do next week. Big trades coming in as the yen is gonna get weaker. Okay, it already the weekly chart hit the TL and it's gonna drop. And if it drops, the yen is gonna get weaker. And so actually, sorry, I'm saying the opposite. The yen is gonna get strong, and all yen pair where the yen is always on the right hand side on each and every pair. It's like euro yen, pound yen, Aussie yen, CAD yen, New Zealand, all of it. So they're all gonna drop. Okay, so I'm gonna be hitting, and my of course my subscribers they're gonna be hitting that too. With the help of this new alarm EA, which is working very, very nicely, very beautifully. So this is it for now. Just wanted to show you guys, and then like I said, maybe I'll make a video about the yen. Let's see if how sleepy I am. I am pretty sleepy, so after this I may sleep, and then let's see. All right, so this is it for now, and talk to you guys later, and have a very wonderful and nice and pleasurable weekend. Okay. All right, take care. Bye for now, and talk to you guys later.